So let's just dive right in and talk directly about a concept that's so important for so many people to understand. We have this idea about our creative energy, and somehow over the hundreds of years of education and cultural, spiritual, religious, family, we've come across this concept of lust. And this word, it's very interesting because some very small part of ourselves often still has the idea that the energy that we have or that we feel in our body at some point is still an energy like something taboo or bad or something related to this concept that comes from a very old traditional idea about sexual energy. And as long as people are still feeling that idea, like, okay, so I'm having lusty thoughts or I'm having lustful feelings and that is wrong or bad, we're blocking our creative energy. And we're not in a society of 200 or 300 years ago where humans were living, surviving, eating, and the majority of humans were on a very survival animal instinct mode. And there was a lot of strange things happening in society where people were just having that energy and they were expressing it in whatever way they felt. So when the religious concepts brought information into this to share for people, it was in a time when human beings were very much in that mindset of this is something you can do to procreate, and this is something you can do for pleasure. And there was not a lot of concept in society in general that was shared about anything to do with spirituality, awakening, or creative energy. Now we're in a very different time, and not only are we awakening, the planet is awakening. We're in a very different time right now, and in this moment right now, it's very much, yes, we still have a lot of people that are not interested in any kind of spiritual awareness or living a life with purpose or any of those things, but we have a lot of people that are now taking steps towards a more evolved, conscious, spiritual path. And this video is for you, for people that are ready to make a difference in their lives, that understand that with the gifts they have, they might have something they can give back. They might have something that they can use to serve and help people. And if you're on that path, then the right or the ability to be able to use that creative energy together to co-create with the universe is a very valid and important point. Now, in traditional, over the last, hundreds of years of human spirituality, the concept of using the creative energy was shared in the Tao, in Indian philosophies, in the Chinese philosophies, in the Mayan philosophies. This was just kind of information, though, that was hidden. It was hidden for, warriors or kings to be very powerful. And they had different systems and different situations that if you study and look into it, you'll see a lot of information. But it was mostly hidden from human beings in general in society, and it was just saved. That information was only saved for people who were leaders and people that were in a place of power, and sometimes it was misused, but a lot of times it was just information that wasn't widely shared. Now that many of us are on a more awakened or conscious journey, now it's a relative concept to be able to share more information, because human beings are not simple surviving animals anymore like they were back in the day hundreds of years ago, where we had to have information like, oh, this is lustful and this is bad and this is wrong and you shouldn't, because people 300 or 400 years ago were doing all kinds of strange things. There was no morals and there was no ideas about it, so they had to come up with something, and they came up with this term and this idea about lust. And the problem we have about this terminology for people that are on a spiritual path is that it's still making you feel like it's bad, it's wrong. So it's just like eating, because another one of those sins was also the overeating. If you had this desire to overeat and you just wanted to eat and eat and eat. However, eating is not a sin. Eating in a high vibrational, balanced way is necessary for human life. And it's exactly the same with the sexual energy and the concept of lust. Having the ability to use your creative sexual energy is just as important as eating, just as important as drinking water or other things that we do in our lives. So can you see how somehow that terminology of lust was used to kind of turn and make people feel that the feelings they had or the energy in their body was somehow something taboo or bad or wrong or dirty or whatever it was that you were taught. So I think the very first step we have to take, and this video is going to be for my crash course for people that are just like taking a look at how they can understand a new perspective on just beyond the idea of sexuality being the physical, the procreation and the physical energy. Because how are you going to be able to start to use the energy and your connection with the universe and the creative energy in your body, and then raise the vibration up to a place where you can actually start to use that to create. And this is the first step. So I'm sending out this email to everyone. If you haven't got it and you want to receive the 7 email course and the workbook that goes with these videos, just direct message me, turn me on in the comments, or send me a message, and I will send you the workbook to this 7-day crash course. And it's about how to get on this path of starting to use and understand that your energy in your body, your God-given life energy in your body, is the energy that you have been given to do your life purpose, your life mission, and to serve and to help other people. And obviously that's on a higher vibration. And then we're so far away from concepts of lust and things being sexual, and that we're talking about a whole different, taking that energy, that earthy, dense, human, that sexual energy in your body, and we're transmuting it up to a higher vibration, and we're starting to use it to be co-creators, to be evolved human beings. And we're ready for this information. We don't need to hide this from people anymore, and we don't need to control people. And I just have to come out and share this message with everyone, because there's so many mentors, sexologists, and people that are teaching about sexuality. And on their webpage they have, they sell toys and they teach people how to enjoy their sexuality, but that's as far as they go with it. We have courses about tantra, and a lot of people are teaching how to feel feminine and erotic and all these things, but they're not going any further with it. And then we have a lot of mentors, wonderful mentors, like Michael Singer and Eckhart Tolle and Byron Katie, and so many people that are teaching people how to awaken. And no one is bridging the gap between the sexologists and the sexual courses and the spirituality. And how can this not be part of our spiritual awakening? So I'm Melanie Carr, medical intuitive life mentor, and I invite you to take this journey with us. I want to create this community of people who are ready to understand this concept and get beyond. Let's move beyond the idea that our energy is something that is outside, or something we should keep away, or something we should be afraid of, or something we should feel bad. Because as long as we're feeling that, we're not ever going to be able to connect with it fully. We can connect with that universal masculine, spiritual concept of God and universe. But we also need to have the balance of the feminine, earthy, connected energy of our body. And when those two energies connect together in your heart center, and then you use the conscious ability that we have as humans to reason and analyze and think and use our intuition, and then you will be allowed to use this amazing connected energy for your life. And you will channel it towards serving and high vibrational, gratitude and channel that. Have you ever been grateful? Try feeling grateful every time you have an energy like that in your body. So join us on this journey, and we will see you soon.